Dis After Dark Podcast is sponsored by Unofficial.com, the home of Halloween Horror Nights news and rumors all year round. Find us on the web at www.hhnunofficial.com. So stop the fog machines and clear the cobwebs. It's time for another episode of the podcast that's nearly the same as all the others.
Wendy Presser at Magical Journeys Travel is proud to be a sponsor of the After Dark Podcast Network. Whether you've been to Disney 1 or 100 times, there's still lots of planning involved. Let Wendy be the one at midnight when your window opens to get that Be Our Guest reservation or that coveted Anna and Elsa Fastpass for your own princess. Mention that you heard this ad on one of our podcasts and get $25 off your deposit with any trip package. Be sure to ask about her generous onboard credits for Disney Cruise Lines as well. Find her on Twitter at WPMagicJourneys or WPMagicJourneys.com.
Welcome to Universal After Dark, a Universal podcast that's not the same as all the others.
Okay, there you go.
Bananas and cheese. Ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doo. Bananas and cheese are coming after you. You can have that.
Who's presenting?
Me. Oh, wait, did you press record already? When you talk at the same time, it mutes one of you, so all I could hear was Craig singing.
Oh.
Okay. Hi, and welcome to this week's Universal After Dark. I'm Amanda, and I'm going to be your host as usual. And today I'm joined by Craig.
It was 50 years ago today when Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. Hello.
Oh, okay. And also, we're reunited with Chris Ripley.
I know. Good evening. How are you?
It's been the longest time since we've spoke on a podcast. Except ScareZone.
Except ScareZone.
Chris who? What?
Amanda's our roving reporter on ScareZone.
Have you been in prison or something?
Yes, I have.
Bumming prison, perchance?
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Oi!
God. All right, what are you drinking, Craig?
Right, I'm drinking this now in honour of my father-in-law. Right, because this week I nearly severed the top of my finger.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it? Well, it's minging. It's minging, it's killing me, right? It keeps throbbing every time I knock it. But in this week, we've dismantled some decking. 3 carloads of wood has gone the tip. We've done some bricklaying. He's been an absolute diamond. And so I'm drinking Canterbury Jack because his name's Canterbury.
Wait.
I was wondering where that was going. I was like, what has this got to do with your father-in-law?
Wait. I live in Canterbury.
Okay, his name's Jack. You live in Canterbury?
Yeah.
Weird. That's where all the spies live. Do you know Paul Boniface?
Yeah.
Weird. Do you kill people?
There is a spy school. There is a spy school.
No way.
There is. Well, there was.
They're all walking around with plums in the gobs.
Why?
That's how they all talk, spies, innit? What? Hello, gin and tonic, y'all. Like James Bond. I haven't seen the new one. But whatever.
Okay. Chris, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a tall, frosty glass of future Dis After Dark sponsor, Bud Light.
Yes.
Bud Light are doing me head in, mate.
Chin chin.
Why are you doing your head in?
Because how many times do we say Bud Light in the podcast, and yet nobody in Bud Light officers is like, oh yeah, it's all right, that, innit?
Wow.
They got an advert now, haven't they, with frogs?
I love it.
Is it the old frog advert from the 90s?
Basically, kind of, yeah.
Oh, God. I hate frogs.
I love frogs.
Oh, you'll be loving E.T. next.
Yeah, that's right. I do.
Who remembers the frog song, the frog chorus?
Yeah, I was there.
What?
Bom, 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 bom. Sing
I thought of
and
the...
swim. Dun, dun, dun.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyway.
Is the frog chorus not what's at...
We all sing together. Bom, bom. Oh, stand together, yeah. They don't sing together.
It's the Paul McCartney song.
Loved it.
All right. Well, I'm drinking Budweiser, if anyone.
Oh, Amanda, you weren't even born yet when the frog song was riding high in the charts.
Clearly, because I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. But on the subject of E.T., which you just mentioned a minute ago, E.T. just opened a day early from its refurbishment.
No, I'm not being funny, right? What did they do? They painted the outside. That's not a refurbishment.
Right, listen, I'm waiting to hear what they did. I've messaged people, so I'm waiting for some messages back to tell me what they actually did. So far, I know that they've changed the queuing a little bit inside. So
Moved the traffic cones?
No. So they've made the express line a bit more expressy. And I've just seen Travis Terrell tweeted that they have done something with the lighting inside. So I'm just waiting to hear what else they've done.
Oh,
I'm
hoping.
hoping.
Changed the bulb.
Yeah, they probably have done. But the whole time that I was there, you know when you're in the line and Botanicus, E.T.'s teacher, comes out with all the smoke and talks to you?
No.
Well, did you say no?
Yeah, can't remember that.
Are you having a laugh?
No.
It's like the main thing in the queue.
I thought that was the pine trees.
No, it's when Botanicus comes out and he talks to you and he says what you're doing.
What does he say? Like, what are you doing?
What?
You just said Botanicus comes out and says, what are you doing?
So he tells you what you're there for.
Oh, you're here to ride on E.T. Like that.
Pretty much, yeah. But the whole time that I was there, you need to watch the YouTube video.
Don't.
I am going to sellotape your eyes open and make you watch it.
Oh, what are you here for? Are you going to ride on the spaceship or the bikes?
Yeah, exactly. But he wasn't popping up the whole entire time that I was there in May. So I'm hoping that they are fixing him.
So he's not just a voice, he's a
He's
proper...
an animatronic.
Is he?
Yeah.
I've never seen him.
He comes up from like a stand thing, and then there's all smoke, and he talks to everyone that's in the queue, and it's really, really cool. But he just wasn't there for the whole time that I was there in May. So I'm guessing that they were fixing it, but I haven't seen anyone mention him.
Is this true, Chris?
Chris, back me up.
Yeah.
Have you been on psychedelic drugs, Amanda?
Maybe
gravy.
But I'm excited that E.T.'s reopened again today.
I am. I love E.T. It melts my heart.
You hurt my brain. I can't cope with you today.
Don't be alarmed, Amanda.
Anything I ever say, ever, Craig disagrees with it at first. And then when I'm angry about it, starts agreeing with me, and then disagrees with me again, and I never know where I'm at with him.
That's called married life, Amanda. 20 years next year with my wife. 20
well, I'm not married to you, so you can't be like that to me.
It's the no-tails, Chris, isn't it? The no-tails are everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what he's on about either.
The no-tails, the watching.
What are you talking about?
Well, like the men have got tails, but the ladies have got no tails. So I call them
What?
no tails.
God. I want to go to bed. I've had enough today. I'm moving on now. So, the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which has just happened pretty much, I just saw on Twitter, they've stopped loading the front row of the trucks on Kong. I don't know if it's just today. I don't know if it's just for a little bit, and I don't know if it's forever, and they're going to maybe make adjustments to the actual truck. But I can see why, because I didn't sit on the front row in May, but I did sit on the second row, and I did ask to sit on the front row just so I could see what it was like, what everyone was complaining about. And the second row was quite bad, I'm not going to lie.
It was bad?
Yeah.
So the more into the middle of the coach you get, the better it gets. So the third row, the fourth row, etc.
Honestly, I'd probably say that even like the third and maybe fourth row would probably be almost as bad as the second row. All the times that I've ridden it before that, I've sat towards the back. And I thought it was fine. I didn't understand why everybody was complaining. But on the second row, I sat in the middle of the second row, and I just couldn't see anything. I was turned around, constantly trying to look at the screen kind of behind me, and it wasn't a good time. I never usually say anything negative about any kind of attractions, really, because I was trying to find the positive in it. But that I felt like that was quite a bad experience, to be honest.
And how do you rectify this problem then?
I feel like the only way that they could do it is to either take the top off the truck, so you can see more. But I don't think they do that because the screens will stop at a certain point, so then you'd just be kind of seeing the building. So I don't think that they'd actually do that.
So the roof of the truck keeps you in character type of thing. Yeah,
exactly. So I can't see them doing that. Another thing that they could maybe do is kind of move the truck through slower so that you have more opportunity to see what's going on around you if you sat near the front. Because it seems like obviously it's quite a long truck, so when you're sat at the back, you can see everything that's happening like around you and in front of you, and you have time to take it in. But when you're at the front, you kind of miss it because you've gone past it.
Oh, that's a weird one, isn't it?
Maybe I don't honestly know how they could fix it.
Maybe, just like what you've just said there about slowing the timing down. Just have it so that the timing is off a bit.
Yeah.
So the truck's 10 feet behind where it should be.
Yeah, because what they do is they'll move the truck a little bit and then they'll stop it, and it'll be like stationary, like rocking and things like that. They could keep the truck potentially constantly moving, but very slowly. So at the times that it would usually stop, it could be a little bit behind where it originally would have been, but still moving at a really slow pace. And then once they need it to be rocking and have the rocking effects, then they could stop it.
I'm so excited to ride this ride, but it just seems to be getting worse. It's
a really, really good ride. I really, really like it. And I posted quite a big thing about it while I was away, saying how much I actually really, really enjoy it and how I think that all the effects and the scenery that they use in there is amazing. I really enjoy it. But that was when I'd only ever ridden towards the back.
Have you ridden it yet, Chris?
I've not ridden it in Orlando, but I've done the one in Hollywood.
You're not a big ridey type person, are you?
Well, yeah, but when I went last time, I didn't have much time to get to Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, because you're busy and that.
Yeah.
But honestly, I hope that they can figure something out. Maybe this stopping people going on the front row. But I could be blowing this out of proportion. This could be like as innocent as the front row of the truck was broken or someone had thrown up on it, or I don't know. It could be totally different. But it makes sense that they would do that. But then at the same time, they have the animatronic in the front of the truck driving you. Which is the main reason that I wanted to sit on the front row so I could see that.
So it's a real animatronic, it's not a screen-based thing?
It's an actual animatronic.
Oh,
is it a bit like the guy from Total Recall? The taxi driver?
I don't know what that is.
No. You're so young, Amanda. Stop it.
Sorry for being young. I apologise.
Is it like the sheriff in E.T., i.e. it's just a mannequin?
Yeah.
With a hat on. Why did you want to see that?
It moves around, and I think there's about 4 or 5 different ones that you can have.
Yeah, I've heard that, and they all act differently. And don't they have a slightly different story, or are they all just basically the same story going through?
Well, all the things that happen around you are exactly the same, but they will, depending on who you get, they'll just kind of do it in a different way, and they might add their own kind of spin to what they're doing. Can you do an impression of one of them? No, I'm in too much of a bad mood today.
Should we sing a song and get you out of your bad mood?
What are you going to sing for me?
I'm just going to make a song up on the spot.
Okay, go on then.
Don't be sad, Amanda. Make the rain clouds go away. Do a little dance with your pants on your head, and you'll be happy all day.
That was a beautiful song.
That's okay.
I loved it. But anyway, I just really wanted to see one of these animatronics, and they are actually pretty cool. So it was kind of worth sitting at the front. But if you're only going to be able to go on Kong one time for your entire trip, I'd request the back, or close to the back.
We'll go on in the back then.
Yeah, I think.
Is it Express Pass?
Yeah, you can get Express Pass.
So, do you miss a lot of the, obviously the queue and the scares and the dancing old woman or whatever she does? Do you miss all that?
Well, I've never done it with Express, but I think you still go through the witch room.
Right. Okay.
But I think that you definitely would miss the scare actor, because that's just a one way thing. But what I've noticed quite a lot of this year was people don't understand why. I don't even know how to explain what I want to say, but they can't handle the theming. So it's dark for a reason. It's dark to kind of get you to immerse you in Skull Island. But people will walk in and straight away put the torch on the phone. And then they'll walk through the line with the torch on.
Do you know...
It infuriates me.
When we started HHN Unofficial, the highest rated, or the highest viewed blog post we ever did was the post where we said there was a scare actor in the Kong ride.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. That just got shared everywhere, and people were really... Well, a lot of people were saying it's a good idea, but there were so many people moaning about that.
Doesn't the Mummy have something like that? Or did it have in the past? Like scare actors in the queue?
I think the people that work there kind of, do what they want.
I haven't seen anyone like particularly there to scare you, but I've had people that work there that are just getting really into the character that I've like jumped out from behind something, but I don't think it was like an official thing. But these people will literally walk through the entire queue. And some bits of the queue are really narrow, and so it's like one person can fit down, and it's super, super dark, and then they have like skeletons on the wall and things like that, and they'll just be shining this light everywhere, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Can a baby ride on Kong?
I think that they could. Maybe not. Oh, I don't know, actually. I've seen some really small kids riding it, but I'm not sure if there's like a
height limit,
like Tower of Terror type height requirement.
We'll have to look at that because our little Rose can come on it. Be hysterical.
Well, the last time that I went on it, there was a school group there, and this school was just really, really small kids, and there was one, and he just cried the entire time.
Oh.
He was so upset.
Did you give him a Universal After Dark pin?
No.
Oh.
I was quite angry with him at first, but then I was like, actually, you know what? It not in a mean way, but I feel like this means that the ride's done like a good job.
Yeah, definitely.
And then at the end of it, when he saw Kong, the big Kong animatronic, he loved it.
I mean, this Kong is not set in any film, is it? Because it's not supposed to be the Peter Jackson Kong, and then it's not the new Kong either. Is that right? So it's so people maybe have got no point of reference for it. So they don't know what this witch woman is, because is she in any of the Kong films?
I don't think so. I honestly haven't seen like any of the newer Kong films.
Oh, just what do you do with your time, Amanda?
Not watch new Kong films. I've seen kind of a bit of the one with Jack Black in it.
I've still never seen that all the way through.
Yeah, like I haven't watched it all the way through.
And I haven't seen the new one. So I'm literally just the same as you, Amanda.
Yeah, what are you doing with all your time?
Driving trains and shit.
Yeah, same.
They should bring back the old Kong ride.
I agree.
You literally say they should bring back some sort of old ride at least once a show, Chris Ripley.
And Jaws. I was watching the film the other day. It was on ITV. And then
Was it?
I tweeted about how...
I watched it too.
You watched it too? And I tweeted about how the sharks in the ride look better than the shark in the film. And J. Michael Roddy was straight on me. How dare you?
Wait, did you watch the Keith Lemon Jaws thing that was on before?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't usually watch any kind of British TV, but I heard that it was on and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like Keith Lemon. But I watched it and I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
What was that on?
ITV.
Yeah.
Before Britain's Got Talent?
I don't know. I don't know when Britain's Got Talent's on.
After.
Oh, after.
Yeah, after.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah.
So I do like a bit of Keith Lemon. Yeah, he's good. He's doing Rocky tonight, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he might be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to do a show like what he has done. Like, imagine just being able to remake Jaws.
We could, Amanda. We could. We could do a podcast version of Jaws and we could all play a character.
I don't want to do a podcast version. I want to do a real life version.
What, get eaten by a shark? Where's the fun in that?
Honestly, like, see if it's on catch up and watch it, because like the beginning of it, I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then it got silly, because that's what Keith Lemon's like. But I actually really enjoyed it. I think you'd like it.
I would like it.
You can get it on catch up. Just go to itv.com or whatever.
Yeah, I've got ITV iPlayer on my iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
So who would like some juicy rumours?
Always.
Always.
Juicy, universal-based rumours.
Oh, yeah.
Are these Halloween Horror Night 27 rumours?
No, these are 2 Universal Studios rumours.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Everyone gathering close.
Come in close, because I should say this just once. Another 80s show you would not have seen, Amanda.
That's the best Welsh accent I've ever heard.
Right, so the first one I've got is from a friend of mine who has got some very good contacts very high up in Universal, and I don't speak to him very often, but he messaged me the other day and he said, you remember that rumour last year about The Walking Dead coming as a full-time attraction?
Yes.
He said that is not dead.
Oh.
No pun intended. He said that supposedly it's still on the cards and they are still considering putting it into where the Terminator attraction is.
Yes.
I'm not right. Could they not just take out one of the Shrek theatres and put it in there?
Well, they're getting rid of Shrek in Hollywood, and then there's a rumour they're building the forest that's in Shrek in their new theme park in Orlando. So in theory, they could put it there.
Because isn't Shrek getting a reboot?
I don't know.
Sure, I've heard. Oh, did I dream it?
What do you think that they'd put, because Shrek's straight away as soon as you walk in the park, so do you think that they'd actually put it as soon as you walk in the park?
Yeah, probably not.
But you can move the entrance to Shrek and put it round the corner. And, have the Walking Dead entrance round the corner.
Well, the thing
it's
is,
only a square building.
Well, the thing is, they use Shrek now for Halloween Horror Nights, so the chances are it'll probably stay.
I love Shrek.
Are you being real?
That's one of my favourite rides. In my
Are
top
you
10.
being real?
It's the only place in the world you can watch Shrek 3D.
What?
The only good thing about Shrek is that donkey that's out the back. If you go out there and watch that donkey, it is savage, that thing.
Yeah, he's boss.
Yes.
He knows where Liverpool is as well. That donkey. I love him.
Does he, or does he just blag you,
No, he doesn't blag you. He goes all noggin on you. He goes all crocky crew on your ass.
Okay. I can't wait to see that.
So that's one rumour. The second rumour comes from a mutual friend of Amanda. Yeah. It doesn't come from him, actually. I should qualify that. I'm starting this rumour now.
Real.
Our friend,
that Florida guy,
Jason S.T.R.I.K.E. He works for Universal Creative, and he doesn't work for Art and Design. Now, the difference between the two departments is that Art and Design deal with events, so they'll do your Grinch and your Halloween Horror Nights, and then Universal Creative pretty much deal with the lands and the attractions. So I want to ask a question. He posted on social media a while ago that he was on the set of Jurassic World 2.
Oh, yeah.
Now, why would a Universal Creative theme park designer be on the set of Jurassic World 2?
Wait, he said that he was on the set?
Yeah.
He was on a hot set, Amanda. A hot set. Me and Chris know what that means. You probably don't.
Are you just bashing me today? Does he want me to come and knock you out?
Kirby kiss. Wallop.
Oh, well, I didn't know that he'd said that he was on the set.
Well, I don't think he said he was, but I think he said he wasn't on the set, but he was.
Okay.
So was he on the set?
I'm pretty sure he posted on Facebook or something that he was on it.
He might have been on the set, and he might have said it on Facebook. Or, boss rumour, Chris, lad. Boss rumour.
It was a while ago. I've been holding back because I haven't been on here.
Apollo 13-2, he was on the set of.
I'm going to look it up while you're talking.
We've got to go back.
Okay, but talking of Jason S.T.R.I.K.E, actually, I had a real nice lunch with Jason S.T.R.I.K.E when
tell us the story, Amanda. What does he eat?
We had pizza. Well, he had pizza, but I had fries because it was 11:30, and I can't eat an actual meal that early.
What? So
That's
in
too
real
early.
life, Amanda gets up, she has a shower, brushes her teeth, gets dressed, goes to work, and at no point does she have a breakfast?
Well, yeah, I can have like a little breakfast and a coffee. Usually I have a donut and coffee for my breakfast.
Every
But
day?
most days, yeah.
In real life?
Yeah, in real life, I go to Greg's and I have, because right, English listeners will know what I'm talking about here. I go to Greg's, and in Greg's it's £2.10 for a large latte, but for £2.30 you can have a large latte and anything else that you want, like
No way.
any kind of breakfast, any kind of cake, a pie, anything that you want. So I always get a large latte and a donut, a sprinkly donut, and that's what I have for my breakfast.
Freaking hell.
But I wouldn't be able to eat like a lunch kind of meal early. Like I have my lunch in work at like 1:30.
Oh, we should have played Guess the Time then.
I know you should have.
Boss.
But it was like 11:30 in the morning, so I was like, I can eat a whole meal. So Jason said I had pizza and I said fries. But he showed me some pretty cool things in Monster Cafe. So he showed me in the alien kind of section at the back. He showed me some of the props that are on the wall that had been used in Bill and Ted before, which is cool. And then if you've seen the big busts that are in there of like Frankenstein and Dracula and things like that, he told me that they were made by Tom Savini, which I loved because I love Tom Savini.
He's boss.
He's fantastic. So
Wow.
yeah, I had a really fun time with Jason as well. It was really nice. He's a real nice guy.
What did he have to drink?
I think that we had Coke.
Oh.
I think. But yeah, he just worked on Fallon, so he was responsible for kind of taking that idea and making it into a ride. So it's really interesting to hear all about that. And I love Jimmy Fallon. Like, I love Jimmy Fallon, the ride, and I love Jimmy Fallon as a personality. So it was really interesting to hear all about that. And it was a fun time.
When James Corden kicks Jimmy Fallon's arse,
No.
will you love James Corden?
No.
James Corden's dead hard.
I'm Jimmy Fallon for life.
Jimmy Fallon's a little American. James Corden's a little cockney wide boy.
Jimmy Fallon, if I'm in a bad mood, Jimmy Fallon can, like, watching Jimmy Fallon tears me off.
Yeah, but James Corden's boss. Have you seen where he does all the drama on the traffic lights?
I literally don't watch him.
Why?
Because I'm not really into him.
He's coming to London next week.
Is he?
Yeah, the Tonight Show.
Well, I don't watch that.
Or the Late Show. Well, I don't know what he's on.
Isn't it the Late Show?
He just runs around with his top over his belly and just like wobbles in it.
Whenever I see him, he's doing the car karaoke thing, which I like because I love car karaoke. So I like that, but I've never actually sat and watched his actual show.
What if Jimmy Fallon took that idea and put a spin on it? Would you love that? What if he did like van karaoke?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Or bus karaoke, where he got the whole yeah, like choirs. The Western Tabernacle Choir.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
I would.
But anyway, have I already spoke about the Fallon ride on the podcast, or just talk about it in my video?
I can't remember. It was on
I don't
episode
remember
20.
either. I'll do like a quick summary of Fallon because I really, really enjoyed it. And a few people who I've spoken to who I've said that to have been like, what?
Are you shitting me?
Because, like, Universal is has a couple of thrill rides in it, and that's mostly what I'm into. And this is very different. So people are just like, really? You like that? And yeah, I do. Not just because I really like Jimmy Fallon, but I feel like it's a nice break kind of ride.
You can just zone out on it.
You can just chill on it.
Just have a good time.
Yeah, it's just an easy to do ride. You don't have to do anything. You just sit there. It's a fun story. The queue bit of it is fun still. It's air conditioned. You can charge your phone in there. You can see hashtag. You can see the entertainment of Ragtime Gals. So I think overall it's a fun experience. And I think it's an improvement on Twister. As good as Twister was in the beginning, I think it was a fantastic idea and it was fantastically done. I think that it just was getting quite tired and people weren't enjoying it so much anymore. So I think that Fallon's an improvement.
Well, I've still never seen Twister the movie.
What? What are you doing with all your time?
Watching Jason Torelli pizza.
Clearly you're just watching James Corden all day, every day.
Yeah. He sings, he's got the voice of an angel.
Anyway, Chris, did you find what you were looking for?
No. I don't know, I dreamt it.
Hold on for like 20 minutes, like, la la la.
So, Jason Chevelle was on the hot set of a film that he might or might not have been on, that might or might not be linked to Universal Orlando. That is a categoric fact that I have gleaned from the internet.
Okay, so
Jason Sorrell is going in the show title, and then he'll Google it and search it, and we'll get 1 million downloads.
I just almost tricked on my beer. Okay, so if Jason Sorrell was on the set, what was the rumour going to be?
Well, if he designs rides, then surely their next theme park that they're planning to build would have to have a Jurassic World area.
Do you know what, right? Universal have got it.
Yes, I found it. Found it.
Come on, then. Everyone gather close. This is going to be good.
Yeah, it's just a chair with Ian Malcolm written on it.
Oh. Is that it?
Yeah, because what's his name? The guy from The Fly. He's in it again.
Jeff Goldblum's back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Guess who's back? Back again. I love Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know, I'd literally lose my shit if I met Jeff. I wouldn't be able to speak.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Independence Day is one of my favourite films of all time.
Doesn't he run a burger van in Perth?
What?
He runs a burger van in Perth, doesn't he?
Is this true?
Like, I am booking a flight to Perth.
Google it. Google Jeff Goldblum burger van Australia.
Jeff Goldblum, can I have a burger, please? What do you want on your burger? Can I have some fly on it, please? Coming right up. Yeah, I'm up for that.
I'll Google it. You Googling
Couldn't he just No, I'm not. Couldn't he just open a burger van in, like, Bootle?
Yeah.
Burger van Oz. Let's have a look.
I can hear his little writer's fingers going tip, tip, tippity tap on the keyboards.
He owns a sausage truck in Australia, in Sydney.
Why?
I don't know.
That's a tax dodge, that.
And there's photos of him serving burgers and sausages out of this van.
So, my sausage truck has taken $93 million last week. I don't have to pay any income tax on that.
Yeah, it's probably a tax dodge. So he invests like 20 million to run this burger van, and then the burger van only sells like 6 burgers a day. So like the turnover is about 20 grand for the year.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Other burger vans are available, like Charles Bronson's. Has Charles Bronson got a burger van?
No, he's dead.
Oh, bollocks. What about Al Pacino?
Al Pacino's taco store.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's pizza.
Hang on a minute. There are famous celebrities that do have stuff. Like Mark Wahlberg does have a burger bar, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, but he should have. I've seen him naked. He should have a sausage flicking factory.
Oh, God.
Or was that a prosthetic?
Wait, does Marky Mark have Is that in Orlando? Because I feel like I definitely walked past that in downtown Orlando, did I?
Oh, I know he's got one in Vegas.
I walked past the Celebrities food place in downtown Orlando, 100%.
That was Kong's Dong.
No, it's Danny DeVito's Cornish pasty shop.
Only little people can get in.
Well, that's all right then, because I'm little.
There's a little cat flap. Oh, sorry, Danny, lad. If you want to come on the show and talk about it, we'll have you. Imagine if Danny DeVito's people got in touch with our people.
He might do.
Who's people?
Well, just like me and that. What, Chris? Chris has got people.
Chris has got people.
Chris could make us disappear with the click of his fingers.
Yeah, with that spy school.
Spy School. That should be a film.
Is it one?
I don't know. It should be.
I felt like you were going to say, yeah, Amanda, you're too young.
But you are too young. You're blatantly too young, Amanda. It's do my head in. I don't want to die.
Oh, what tough.
What do you mean? Chris, don't kill me.
I'll set Logan on you.
Oh, God.
Oh, I've got Logan eating out of my hand after me Mike Aiello song.
E-I-E-I-O.
Wait, did anyone else hear that?
I shared it with... I sent it to Logan, yeah, and I shared it with yous, yeah.
Oh, I thought you might have shared it to our group.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, Dis After Dark private group.
Oh, no, I meant like our listener group.
Oh, no. I can sing it if I can remember it. But I don't know
I remember the E-I-E-I-O.
I don't know if Logan's doing a charity single with it, like Bob Geldof. He's like the Bob Geldof of the podcasting world now. Just give me your fucking money.
Wait, did you see the Tim Tracker's video where he went to Nashville and he recorded BLT with Logan in real life?
Yeah, Logan's dead small, isn't he?
Did you? No, Logan's gigantically tall.
Hey, he's smaller than me.
Logan's super tall.
Logan's the same height as me.
Like, both of you are super tall.
I could get 2 pieces of bread, bit of butter, well, I don't eat bread, 2 lettuce leaves, put them around Logan and just eat them. That's how tall I am.
Anyway, Logan has a twisty slide in his office.
I've seen that.
It looks like so much fun.
Yeah, if you're a friggin' midget.
Well, I am.
Well, yeah. You could be his intern.
Alright, that's what I'll do. I'm going to move to Nashville. It looked super cool in Nashville. I decided when I watched that, that's where I want to live now.
Everywhere's air conditioned in Nashville.
It just looked so cool.
I just want to lose myself in Logan's beard.
Have you been watching the TV show Nashville?
No.
What series 1?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them.
Thanks for that.
I thought you were going to tell me a story about it.
Johnny Cash is dead.
No,
he dies in series 3.
Every time I turn my Sky Dish on, it's full up with bloody Nashville recordings.
You're not. Do you turn your Betamax video off when you go out the house? That's what we all used to do in the 80s.
Betamax.
What?
You used to go around the house turning all your plugs off before you left the house because you thought that it was going to... Ronald Reagan said that all your house would burn down if you left your plugs off.
My mum does that, right? We've got a like when I go to my mum's, we've got a TiVo box on Virgin, and she unplugs that in the night. But then when you put it back on in the morning, it takes like half an hour for it to come on. I'm like, why have you done that?
And it's supposed to record stuff when you're asleep.
She's a div.
If you're that Florida guy, fit it for you.
I wish I would have got some discount then, I think.
Yeah.
Some dizzy.
Yeah.
Oh. Your mum's probably younger than me. That's horrendous.
Wait, I think we've already talked about this.
Oh, have we? I love your mum.
I think we did. I think the conversation went a bit cry.
If I come down to yours for roast dinner, how many spuds would she give me?
4.
Oh my God. I'd have to have my tea when I'm on the way home then, wouldn't I?
Do you want to talk about my neighbour?
Oh, tell us about your neighbour.
My neighbour, you know, like when someone you know is going to or just been to Florida, and instantly, as soon as they tell you that, you become like a Jedi master.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So he's like, yeah, I've just come back, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't know that he'd gone, blah, blah, blah. And he had done everything.
Is this your neighbour who lives on the next estate, the next private estate? So the neighbour lives like 4 miles away?
There is a wall separating us right now.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so he flew to Miami, he drove down to the Keys, and then he drove up from the Keys to Tampa, and then he went to Orlando, then he flew home.
That was the long way round then, wasn't it?
It was. And he said Miami is an absolute shithole that you don't want to go near. But
you can say shit on here, mate. Don't worry.
You can? Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, I told him about Animal Kingdom and asked him about Animal Kingdom, and he said that he went to Avatar and he was there. I don't know when it exactly opened, but it was roughly just after it opened, I think. And he said that the River Journey boat ride was horrendous. But he said Flights of Passage was the best. And now, bear in mind, he's a theme park junkie. He goes to theme parks all over the world.
I was just going to ask that. Like, does he go to theme parks?
Yeah. He's a big theme park person. More than an America person. He's someone that goes to like theme parks in like Germany and Spain and places. Yeah.
What's his name? Let's give this man a name.
Lee.
All right, Lee, lad. We'll love it. We need all the listeners we can get, Lee. Come on, lad.
And he said Flights of Passage is by far the best ride he has ever been on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boom. Jimmy who? Jimmy who now?
Shut up.
And the other thing he said was he was there for opening day of Volcano Bay, which is probably the wrong day to go, but he did not enjoy Volcano Bay.
What bits of Volcano Bay did he not enjoy?
He didn't like the Tapu Tapu.
What?
Because he said that the Tapu Tapu, you can only virtually queue for one ride at a time.
Yeah.
And that if you go and then try and queue for another ride, it cancels out your wait time at the ride you originally checked in on. And there's no signs telling you that, so there's lots of confusion with that.
So the easy way around that is to book 3 rides 60 days before you go, or 30 days if you're staying off property, innit?
Can you do that?
Well, you can at Disney, so Universal normally rob the shit out of Disney.
He then said that people were moaning about the length of the wait time, which, bearing in mind you're not physically waiting, you're off doing stuff, which, you know, he thought was okay. But then some of the rides, you know, it was sort of 90 minutes, 120 minutes. And then after he'd sort of been, I don't know, doing whatever he was doing, then had the thing vibrate or whatever it is to tell him to go to the ride, he then had to queue another half hour to physically get on the ride. So it really didn't make much of a good impression on him, this Tapu Tapu thing. Okay,
what else didn't he like?
He thought he didn't do all the rides just because of like the queues and everything, because the number of people. He said there's 2 lazy rivers. One's fast and one's slow. He said they're both very good. But
we've got a cabana booked for Volcano Bay, and that is causing a lot of controversy. We've got 8 of us in our group. One of them is a 1-year-old baby, so we've got 7 and a freaking shit bucket basically. Right, so on the day I phoned up, because you've got to phone up Universal to make said booking, I told them this situation, and for an extra fee, can I buy extra chairs like you can in Disney for $25 a chair? No, this cabana is for 6 people. Okay, well, I am telling you there's 7 to 8 of us coming. Yeah, okay. It's caused murder because they're given these stick-on wraparound bands to say you've got a cabana. and then they're not letting the other 2 people in your party into the cabana.
Oh, what?
So the baby and my nephew are going to be sitting outside the cabana. Wow. That's the reality of it. That's what I've been told. Obviously, that's not going to happen. We're going to have some sort of words, some arguments with some people. But
Craig, have they actually built your cabana yet?
I think so. I've seen that.
Lee was telling me they were still building the cabanas when he was there.
I've seen that, yeah. Tim Tracker went past the cabana, and it's got its own private, again, which is, I think, a bit pointless. You've got your own screen to book Tapu Tapu.
I don't think that's pointless.
Well, if you can only do one Tapu Tapu at a time, it's overkill.
But if you were just sat in your cabana and you were like, I really want to ride the water roller coaster, Krakatoa, you wouldn't have to move. You could just sit there drinking your Bud Light and book your little thing.
Yeah, but for me, I mean, our cabanas cost $340 for the day, right? And it's date specific. So on the website, it'll tell you from $169 or $159 plus tax. And then when you give them the date, you go, oh, yeah, that's $340 that date. And because you go and you just go, yeah, all right. And then you tell them, well, there's 8 of us going, blah, blah, blah. So we don't know until we get there. We've paid for this cabana. Now, we're prepared to hand over some extra money for them and say, here's another $50 for 2 chairs, like Disney do.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a cabana booked at Typhoon Lagoon, and that's for 6 people. On the day when we get there, we're going to pay $50 for an extra 2 chairs.
Is that a standard thing that Disney always do, or is that something that they've just done for you in the past?
They always do it. We've stayed in 2. We've had 2 cabanas at Disney. They're basically the same price as Volcano Bay. From off the top of my head, they're about $320, $340 in Disney. But then you're paying for 2 seats $25. Now you get a free refillable mug at Disney that you can go to a refill station and get unlimited drinks all day, and you also get a bucket, a big thing of ice, box of ice full of frozen water and everything that you can drink. You get a safe in your cabana, and you get a minion who can go and buy your stuff, food and all that. So I don't really know what Volcano Bay is offering with their cabana. I've had a look, but I can't really remember because I'm pissed. But I'm pulling the information up now because when I was on Theme Park Trader last week, I told them all about it.
Did you?
I did.
Well,
here's my girls coming to say the night to me.
Oh.
Say the night, Grace.
The night, Grace.
The night, Grace. Little shit.
Tokyo won.
Oh, Tokyo won.
The one on the piano with the...
Oh, the piano player won Britain's Got Talent.
Izzy came second.
Izzy comes second. Izzy?
Which one's Izzy?
Magician girl.
I don't know.
Oh, the little girl magician.
The magician girl, yeah, comes second.
Oh. And in the last thing, okay, so the top 3 people tonight were Tokyo, and Jess. And she just looked at him like...
Oh, no way. Eve Lucas. Giving us our life story.
Bye.
Night, girls.
Night, girls.
Night, Eve.
Night. Oh.
I only Sky Plus it for later, but never mind. Good night.
Spoilers.
Hashtag spoiler. Oh, bollocks.
I didn't really.
Oh, here they are. Right, I'm getting the information up now for these cabanas. Relax and unwind. Enjoy the charms of your own private cabana in paradise with extra comfy seating, concierge service and more. Each retreat offers padded, they keep going on about the fucking seating, padded lounge chairs, a small refrigerator stocked with bottled water, complimentary fruit and snack basket, towel and locker service, plus concierge service with an exclusive menu of food and drink delivered directly to your cabana. So, yeah, whatever. Holds up to 6. No, it's brilliant. From $159 a day. But she did try and sell us a 16-man cabana when I said there was 8 people. And I was like, oh, really? One of them's a 7-year-old and one of them's a baby? And they were from $300 a day. So you can only imagine what that was. Probably about $600. So I do think they're opening a brand new theme park. Basically, there's bound to be teething trouble. What else did your neighbour say about the rest of the?
He said in his opinion, he thought Typhoon Lagoon was much better than Volcano Bay.
What?
Yeah. But overall, he much preferred the experience he had at Universal over Disney.
In respect of what?
Well, he didn't go to Epcot. He went to Magic Kingdom and the studios, and he loved the studios because he's a big Star Wars fan. But he just said, generally speaking, he thought the rides, the attractions were just better. He thought that the people that worked there were just nicer to interact with. I mean, that was his words. He just had a really good time, and he wants to go back next year.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's really good. Yeah.
Well, I went to Slimming World last Saturday, right? And Marge, my teacher in Slimming World, she's just got back in March from Orlando, and she only did Universal.
Wow.
Now she's 59, and Tommy, her husband, is 60, right? And they only did Universal. They stayed in Cabana Bay, which he absolutely loved. They loved every bit of it. The atmosphere, the music, the whole thing. But vibrate.
Timey-wimey.
But they got very, very bored very, very quickly in Universal because of the screen-based rides. And these aren't... They didn't even know I did a podcast when I was talking to them. So they were just talking to me about, oh, you like going to Orlando, don't you? Blah, 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 blah. And he said that Universal was nice, but they got fed up of screen-based rides. Out of the mouth of 2 pensioners, that is.
But it's like I was saying in the last show I was on, would you rather go for a ride with 100 shit animatronics or a boat ride with 1 really good animatronic?
Exactly.
Which is what the Avatar boat ride is, essentially.
The stuff that is... I mean, Potter has set the standard, right? That's now being surpassed. Pandora is better than anything that Potter can offer.
What?
Well...
What?
Did with Jim Hill there.
Have you not heard the reviews coming out of Pandora?
Yeah, I have, but I also heard those same reviews coming out of Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley when they first opened.
Yeah, but everyone I've spoken to has said Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Disneyland is better than Pandora.
And that's another, yeah. I'd bring that. If you listen to the latest touring plans with our good friend and pal Jim Hill, well, Guardians is coming to Epcot, but it is going to be another Tower of Terror. They're literally going to build a Tower of Terror.
What?
They're going to. This is out of the words of little Jim Hill.
Jim Hill, I don't believe that for 1 second.
Honest to God. They're potentially even going to keep Ellen's Energy Adventure and build a Tower of Terror in Epcot.
Do you know what I think they'll do? I think that they will build it behind Ellen, like he said, but I reckon they'll refurb Ellen into something else, some kind of Marvel theme show. Like the Ant-Man
Adventure.
Yeah, the Ant-Man experience or something. Because that's one Universal hasn't got the rights to, isn't it, Ant-Man?
I don't know. I just can't personally. I mean, if I'm wrong, you can all laugh at me in the end. But I just can't see them building a whole new Tower of Terror.
I don't think it will be like a Tower of Terror. I think it will be themed differently, but on the same kind of idea. So it won't be like a drop thing. I imagine it'll probably be, like on the cruise ships, you got the aqua duck and then the aqua dunk. I think it's going to be a bit like that. It's the same idea, but it's done differently.
So it's like...
I know what an aqueduct is, but I don't know what an aquadunk is.
Well, the aquadunk is where you sit in this thing and then the floor below you opens up and just drops you into the pool.
Oh, right.
So it's like weeing sitting down or weeing standing up.
Exactly.
It's the same thing, but a little bit different.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that depends who you are.
Well, I know girls who can wee standing up, Amanda. Come
on,
pick your game up.
You just need a she-wee, don't you?
Yeah.
God.
Freaking hell, girl, get real.
Anyway,
get with it.
I feel like I don't want to get onto Disney really because it's a Universal show, but I feel like if they're going to do anything Guardians and Epcot, I think it will be roller coaster type.
Yeah.
But that's pointless.
Is it?
Yeah, a roller coaster is what it is. It's a roller coaster. Like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is brilliant for what it does, but the little bits of it that you interact with. Do you know what I mean? A roller coaster is what it is. It's a roller coaster.
The thing is, if you look at the amount of land that they're proposing to build on, that's a lot bigger footprint than what the Tower of Terror is.
Yeah.
Because the Tower of Terror goes up and down, up and down,
Because I've only just watched it, and it's quite fresh in my mind. What if they did something that was kind of roller coastery, like so that little kids could go on it, and it was like Star-Lord's ship kind of thing?
Oh, now you've watched it, haven't you?
Yes, and now I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're showing off.
But they could do something like that. It could even be kind of like S.T.R.I.K.E type.
Well, it could be Tower of Terror type.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, if they put something really tall right at the front of the park, that's really going to detract from the big golf ball, isn't it? I can't see them doing that.
We've talked about Marvel, haven't we, and in Universal in the past, and how much would Disney pay to take it out of Universal? I don't think they have to do that. All they have to do is come up with a figure that says to Universal, look, you keep Spider-Man, Hulk, Doctor Doom, the shit one. You keep all that land and all that theming.
Are you talking about Stormforce?
Yeah, it's shit.
I like it.
Oh, God. If you go on that after you've had your brekkie. Right.
I went on that after I had a toothsome milkshake. I know, that's what I was like.
So keep all that, and for $200 million, and I'm just putting that figure out there, you allow us to start putting Marvel stuff in there, but we won't touch any of them. However, we're going to do Avengers, but we'll do it without Spider-Man. It's simple. 200 million, 300 million, Universal. They need to build a new theme park. They need the money. They're putting a third, fourth gate in.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame, really, because the Marvel that's at Islands of Adventure is the Marvel from the comic books, isn't it? Whereas the actual cinematic universe can now be represented in Hollywood or Paris, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
200 million and that problem goes away. You heard it here first, people. Universal After Dark, spreading bullshit across the world.
Game of Thrones land coming soon.
Yeah.
I would love like.
Doctor
Oh my God! Right, I posted a tweet the other day. Do you guys remember Camelot theme park? But you might not so much because it's by me and Craig.
Camelot. Oh, shh! It's only a model.
Yeah, I do. I went once. Yeah.
One time.
Who were you, the freaking Fugees?
Yeah.
There was jousting, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, yeah. He went bankrupt, didn't he?
Yeah. It was so much fun though. It was like that was one of my favourite theme parks ever. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, but what do you remember Crinkly Bottom?
I've got a crinkly bottom.
Yous have told me about it before. I remember Mr. Blobby.
Okay. Anyway,
and I remember
Camelot.
Noel Edmonds with him, but I never went to Crinkly Bottom. But Camelot was so much fun, and I always, whenever I go to Blackpool from Liverpool, I obviously drive past it, and it's abandoned now, and there's still some bits of ride in there, and I always really want to go, like Adam the Woo style, and go in. And I was talking to that Florida guy about it the other day, but I don't, because I don't want to get arrested.
Why, aye, man, I'm good, man.
I'm in London today, man, looking for Craig, but he's not down here.
He's not Welsh. You can't stop me, man. I'm going to Camelot. I'm going to take my drone out, and my drone's going, oh no, it's raining. My drone's not going out now.
That's Gary should let us fly his drone over it so I can see it. But I always really want to go. And then I was thinking the other day about what I'd do if I won the lottery, and I thought obviously I'd move to America, but I'd also bring Camelot back. But I would put a Game of Thrones spin on it.
Oh, I'm going to that one then.
Yeah, because it was a medieval theme park, and I feel like you could bring it back and put a Game of Thrones spin on it, and I think everyone would think it was awesome.
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
I love Game of Thrones more than anything.
It's all killing and sex, though, isn't it?
I love it.
That's a theme park. Sign me up. Take my money. Annual pass. Here we go.
What about loads of killing and no sex? Go to that, religious world.
Religious world?
Near Millennia. What's it called?
Oh, yes.
Jesus World. No.
I forgot what it's called, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Crucifixion. I love that film.
Oh, Holy Land is what it's called.
Yeah.
Holy Land, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we should start wrapping up really, but I just want to talk about two more little things. So
Amanda's left leg and Amanda's right leg.
Yeah. So I've spoken about it on here before, and I think all of us have really, maybe at some point. And it's floating around on the internet that Dragon Challenge is going to close.
Yeah.
What?
Pretty soon. It could be as soon as September, is what people have been saying. So, while I was there in May, I decided that I was going to ride Dragon Challenge so many times just in case. And that got me thinking, right, when it was Dueling Dragons, I feel like the inside, the cube bit's still pretty cool now, but I feel like it was so much cooler when it was Dueling Dragons. So then I was thinking, if they were going to close it, do you think that they'd let them duel again for a little bit?
No.
Why? Because, right, the whole reason I think that they stopped them from dueling was because things were flying out of the rides and hitting each other.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that?
Or people are throwing stuff.
Yeah, but now you have to go through metal detectors and you can't take anything at all on with you.
I could take a big blob of plasticine on. Or a bag of cola bottles.
Would you though?
Could do. If they sell them, I could go into Boris and Bates, Boggy-Eyed Bogs, and get some many flavoured beans and have a pocket full of beans.
I don't know. I feel like if you've got pockets, they make you, make sure that you have got empty pockets.
But do they though? Because do you just not walk through a metal detector and a fella?
They do, but I feel like if you've got maybe what are those shorts called that boys wear that have the big pockets?
Adults,
cargo shorts.
The
ones that rip.
What are you saying that for, you?
Well, I mean, they might rip. But I feel like if you've got, like, that type of clothing on, I feel like they do ask you to make sure that your pockets are empty. But I feel like that's the reason that they stopped them from dueling originally. And even if they did 100% make sure that nobody had anything at all in their pockets, I feel like they could potentially make them duel again for a little bit.
I think they'd let them duel for the last ever ride as long as the people on it literally had nothing. While you've got that slight little chance that something could fly off and take some fella's eye out, like what happened last time, they won't allow it.
Wait, that didn't happen?
I thought it did happen.
I don't think someone's eye got taken out. I think maybe someone just hit somebody.
No, it was like a Mexican man who was blind in one eye. Right? He got it in his good eye.
Are you making this up?
No. Chris, get them fingers of steel.
Can I ask, why would it be closing?
There's been a couple of different rumours, but basically, people think that it's going to be knocked down and there's going to be another Potter type themed ride going there instead.
Yeah, but it's all set at the same time as Goblets of Fire. That's why you're walking through that tent and the goblets there. So the whole land is themed to that, surely.
Yeah. It's
quite a specific timestamp. So what are they going to rip them out with and replace it with? Or are they just going to do away with that whole story?
Literally, they would take the coasters out, they would take the whole ride bit, the queue bit out, like everything would go.
So...
And it would be then entirely new.
Because there's all banners up saying Potter stinks and everything like that, isn't there?
Yeah.
So that's literally from the Goblet of Fire.
Uh-huh.
So,
and they took out, like, before, when it was Dueling Dragons, it was a castle. And so they had all of these, like, medieval type things in there, and it was super cool walking through it. All these skeletons and things hanging from the ceilings, and now that's gone, and there's the floating candles in there instead, which is still cool, but I did prefer it when it was Dueling Dragons. But I am worried that they're going to take it away. And realistically, the queues are only ever like 5 minutes for it, and actually, by the time you've walked through, because it's a long thing that you have to go through, there's no wait at all. You just walk straight on.
A 52-year-old Puerto Rican man suffered a lacerated right eye and ultimately had to have the eyeball removed.
What?
God.
So there you go. And that was as long ago as 2011. I'll send you the link right now, as they say in Gibraltar.
Well, now that you do have to go through all these metal detectors, and as soon as you walk through the gate bit, they're like, everything at your pockets, and I'm like, I don't have any pockets. Like, look at what I'm wearing, I don't have pockets, it's fine.
I'm wearing cut-off jeans and a little black top. I have nothing to hide, sir.
Yeah. But I feel like if they're going to get rid of it, I would go through an extra level of security if it meant that they could duel again.
Well, did you know that ride goes at up to 60 mile an hour? And when they did duel, they passed within 18 inches of each other.
Well, I didn't know that specific.
That is close.
That is very close.
That's bananas.
Boy, I feel like it's such an underrated ride now. And it makes me sad that there's never really a queue for it. However, the day when I kept complaining on Twitter that there's schools everywhere, it was a 40-minute wait.
Well, that's good, that, isn't it?
It was good, but it was all kids, and purely, I think, because the Hulk was like a 3-hour wait, pretty much. But any other day, other than that, it's always like a 5-minute ride. Wait. So I do believe that it will go. I hope it doesn't. But anyway, my whole point of this story was that, one, I hope that they duel again, and two, Do people have a favourite?
The red or the blue?
Yeah.
You could have a Matrix ride.
Well, before it was Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice, yeah.
Kind of links into what we were saying about Game of Thrones. If Game of Thrones was going to be the fourth gate, they could just take this ride right to Game of Thrones land. It'd be fine. And it would work perfectly. But now they're called Chinese Fireball and Hungarian Horntail. But I always feel like whenever I'm in the queue, people just don't know what they're choosing. And they're just like, oh, we'll all just go one way. I'm like, they're two totally different rides.
Which is the best one then?
I think the blue one.
Mm.
I feel like that's a little bit more loopy.
Snooker loopy?
Just loopy.
I really don't like them anymore.
Why?
Because I'm old. So when I ride on them now, all the blood rushes to my feet and I feel like my feet are going to explode.
Oh my god. Guys, wait, I just need to interrupt this 1 second.
Oh my god, what's happened? That Florida guy's missed his train home.
No. Matt Corn just confirmed to me that Britannicus is indeed back.
Matt Corn, oh.
Matt Corn, what a gem you are.
Tweet him, tell him you love him.
He's confirmed what?
That Britannicus is back in the queue.
Botanic who?
I hate you, but... Right, okay, so you hate this ride, and then Chris, you don't know what the difference is between them?
Nope.
Okay, so you guys clearly don't have an answer. But Twitter did have an answer, because I posted a poll about it.
I've seen that poll.
And it was really close. So the blue one, which is one that I like the best, was 53%. And the red one was 47%. So there wasn't a lot in it.
It's like Brexit all over again.
It literally is Brexit, isn't it? I'm so ashamed.
Okay, I'm just tweeting Matt Corn because I'm delighted.
Is Matt Corn single?
No, he's engaged.
He's engaged to literally the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in the world. She's gorgeous. And he's just like Matt Corn. I'm like so jealous of her.
All right.
I want Matt Corn to move into my well. Right?
Please don't say anything weird.
I want him to
Too late.
I want him to live in me well and grow his hair out, and I'll just feed him with a basket, and I'll just lower food down to him, and then I'll bring the basket back up. And when his hair's grown to a nice suitable length, I'll climb into the well with him and hold him and plait his hair.
For God's sake.
What?
I'm moving on from this. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about was...
Tweet me.
No. Academy of Villains, are they coming back to Halloween Horror Nights? What's everyone think?
Yes.
Obviously, they must be.
They are. No, they are.
Defo.
I've heard they were boss.
Yeah.
Honestly, last year when we found out that they were coming, I was like, I'm not really into dancing all that much. I'm not really into dancing at Halloween Horror Nights. And I thought it was going to be rubbish. But I was totally blown away by it. It was fantastic. And I think a lot of people were the same.
I'll tell you how I know 100% for sure they are coming, is because we've had so many people email into us saying that they've been auditioning for them.
Oh.
And they've been holding auditions for the last couple of weeks in Orlando.
So that show replaced, basically, it was on the Jack stage from 25, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So if they are coming back...
They are.
All right, they are coming back.
They're coming back. He just said defo.
So they're coming back. So that means there's not going to be an elaborate stage show.
That's a good point.
There could be.
Could there be? Was there one last year? Because Chance was on a frigging stage no bigger than a couch.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, there's spaces that if they really wanted to, they could do one.
I don't think it'll happen. I think
if they've got that and then they've got Bill and Ted, do they need one?
I want Rocky Horror Show to come back because that was one of the best nights of my life.
You know what? I really love the Rocky Horror Show. I really, really like it. But what I really don't like about the Rocky Horror Show is that, and not just that Universal, like in general, whenever you go and see it, is the people that go and see it all the time and they have their you know what I mean.
Suspenders.
No, that's fine. I'm fine with that. What I'm saying is, I don't know what it's called. It's like a call and return type thing. So
what?
There'll be the script, and then something will get said in the script, and then there's something that like hardcore fans will always say every single time they go and see it that they'll kind of say back.
Like Alice.
Like they kind of like ad lib. Yeah.
Alice, who the fuck is Alice? Like that?
Kind of like that, yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so I don't like that.
But it was good though, wasn't it?
It's a real good show, and I really enjoy it. Every time I see it, I really enjoy it. But sometimes if there's a lot of those really hardcore fans there and they're all saying it, I'm just like, shh.
He could put it in the animal thing, couldn't he?
Well, the problem with that is the fact that so as soon as Halloween Horror Nights is over, what I've been told is they're going to be stripping out and demolishing all that area for Nintendo. So I think they're going to start to soft strip that area backstage before. So it might not be practical.
Wait, what about Barney?
Oh, he'll be gone.
So what about Barney Q?
Barney Q will be gone. As soon as Halloween Horror Nights is over...
right, okay.
Yeah, as soon as it's over, then they're going to be demolishing that whole area. Apart from E.T., calm down.
You know what? I asked some people in the know while I was away, and they told me not to worry about E.T.
Yeah.
Gee, was that Jason Sorrell while you were eating pizza?
I'm not telling you
who that was. Of course it was. It literally will be Jason Sorrell, Amanda, and Spielberg chained to the building.
With Matt Corn plaiting
with Matt Corn plaiting their hair, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a good team of E.T. lovers behind me. E.T. will never go.
We're going on Theme Park Trader very, very soon to defend the honour of E.T.
I don't trust you.
What do you mean by that?
I honestly don't. I feel like we're going to get on there and they're going to be like, hey, Craig, Amanda, E.T. shit. And you'll be like, yeah, Amanda, shit. And I'll be like, what? And you'll be like, no, it's that good. It's boss. I love it. Yeah, it's shit, Amanda.
I won't, Amanda. I've got your back on that one.
I don't believe you.
I'm like the Flash.
Oh,
yeah. Saved every one of us.
Okay, well, on that note, I feel like we should wrap it off now.
Good idea.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about now?
Listen to Pop After Dark. Hopefully on Monday night we're going to be recording just after Apple announces iOS 11.
Oh.
So there you go.
I see. Oh, yeah, also, I actually vlogged while I was on holiday this year. And so all the videos from our May trip are going to be up on Wednesdays. And I also still have a few videos to put up from September of last year. Some Halloween Horror Nights type ones. So I'll probably start putting them up on Fridays, maybe. There's a whole bunch of videos coming up anyway.
Yeah, we've got some vloggers as well, haven't we? On Dis After Dark.
We have Luke and we have Jason. Luke has just put up a video of him at Universal.
No.
Well, it was last week.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, you've seen that one. And he was at Volcano Bay a few days ago, so I'm not too sure whether he filmed something at Volcano Bay. Potentially he might have. But we're going to have a few videos up from Orlando.
I'm going in August as well, so I'm going to vlog.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it. I'm excited.
I'm going to be dancing all over E.T.'s friggin'. I'm going to kill the shit off in the pine forest.
Oh, sure.
And then the people behind me are going to be like that. Smell the unique aroma. Oh, the aroma of the queue. It's so authentic. And I'll be like that.
You hurt my feelings.
No, Amanda. Oh.
You hate me.
No, I've got an E.T. tattoo on my arm, Amanda. Love E.T.
I've got a tattoo of Tracy Malaby on mine.
Have you?
Well, we always mention the Malabys every episode. I had to get one in somewhere.
Oh, I love the Malabys. Have you seen Lee's head? It's in the new Guardians of the Galaxy 2 movie.
What? Wait, I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2 yet, so we can't talk about it.
Spoilers!
No spoils.
You'll know. When you see it, you'll know, and you'll go, oh, Craig was right.
Oh, for God's sake, Craig, why are you so horrible to people?
I'm not. Lee knows he's got a perfectly round head.
All right. Chris, have you got anything else that you want to talk about?
No, absolutely nothing.
No. Wait, when's the new revision of your book going to be out?
When you make some fucking announcement. It's going to be the shittest book ever so far. It's got 2 chapters.
This month. It will be June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh.
Okay, on that note, we'll be back with Dis After Dark sometime this week and Universal After Dark next week. So, good night.
Boom.
We hope you've enjoyed this podcast. If you would like to support Dis After Dark and the other After Dark Network podcasts, please visit our website at www.patreon.com/Dis After Dark. That's patreon.com/Dis After Dark. Thank you. This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast Network.